everyone, and welcome back. My name is Cass Yessery, and this is Learn With Us. Today we are talking all about a particular behavior management strategy, also known as a clip chart. This one was requested by my childhood friend Amanda, so thank you so much. I'm really excited to talk about this. If you ever have any interests or things that you want to know about, or things you think I should make a video about, then please let me know. Feel free to message me or comment below, whatever. Okay, without any further ado, let's get started. If you are not aware of what a behavior clip chart is, this is an example. This sort of classroom management is used for students to be able to visually see their progress in their behavior, as well as help teachers keep track and hold students accountable. In theory, it's not a bad idea. Just hear me out. So, everybody starts on green, ready to learn. Or at least that's what this one is. There are a lot of variations, but this is the one that I've used in the past, so I thought I would just show you. I usually write students' names on the side of a clothespin and then stick it to this one. Everybody starts on ready to learn. Now, throughout the day, as students' behavior varies, whether or not it's good or bad, they can move up or down the scale. So let's say I see someone help a friend out. They're making good choices. Moving on up. Okay. Next one is great job if you see them do something awesome again. And then maybe they are just rocking it, rocking your socks off. So they become a super student. It really depends on what you think is valuable and maybe even a class goal that you're trying to work on of kind words. So when people use kind words, you say, hey, move your clip up, and they get to move it up. And then when students reach super student, then they usually get some type of reward. In the past, I've used smellies, where you just put a little dot of chapstick on their hand and the kids just love to smell it. I got that from a professor at Corbin. Pretty awesome. Also, this could include stickers or choose from the prize box, kind of anything you want. It's pretty awesome, and the kids are really motivated to get to super student. Now, on the flip side, or shall I say, the clip side. That was pretty bad. Everybody starts on ready to learn, but let's say little Johnny. It's always Johnny. Let's be real, it's usually a Dylan or a Brayden. But here we go. Let's say little Johnny makes a poor choice. He will move to think about it. Now, that depends on what you think is necessary for them to think about it. Maybe that's 5 minutes of recess where you talk about it, or you have them work through a think sheet or something that they have to process why they are here and not here. The next one, let's say Johnny is just really not getting it. He's gonna move to teacher's choice, right here. Okay? Now you get to choose. Maybe it's loss of a whole recess, or they have to write an apology note or something. Whatever, your choice. And then, dun dun dun, parent contact. Okay? No go. As you can see, this is a fairly simple and effective visual to show students how they are doing during the day. Something I really love about this is that you are not stuck in one spot. This is fluid throughout the whole day. So even if they reach a super student and then they're messing around at the end of the day, you're not being a super student. Or maybe they had a rough go in the beginning of the day, but then they're really bringing it around, so they can move up. I've had students even move to super student. I'm gonna reward that kind of behavior, definitely. Now the real question is, does this sort of system work? As you know, there is no one size fits all for humans, because people are people and people are unpredictable. I'm even having trouble describing this because children are so out there. You never really know what they're gonna say, let alone how they're gonna act. Now, some children are very predictable, but we've all had those students who are very unpredictable. Very difficult to deal with though, okay? It's also a lot of work. It is a lot of work to be constantly tracking kids, especially the ones who are always doing the right thing. You can't have the same kids be super student every day, or else you're going to run out of prizes and stickers, which is what happened to me last year. And then it wasn't as awesome to be super student, and they didn't really want to get there, so they didn't really care about the behavior. That doesn't work very well. I've had students in the past where they didn't have the opportunity to move up the scale, and all they could do was strike 1, strike 2, strike 3, you're out. And there was no way to move your card from one space to another, in which then they just get down and they'd be down all day long. So this kind of a system where you can move up and turn your day around is really awesome. And it's a really great example to show kids visually how their behavior can change, and that is pretty sweet. Now, does this system work for outlier children? It could, maybe. But in the past, when I have had crazy children, it did not matter to them. They were like, who cares? Who cares if I have to move my clip down again? Whatever. You have to have some sort of consequence, positive or negative, that goes with each one, I think, in order for it to work. Whether that's praise or a physical, you have to write this apology note or something tied to it, or else they may not care, which is not what you want. There has been a lot of controversy around this subject because it is often thought to be humiliating for students to have to move their clip down in front of the class. Now, I've always kept this at the back of my room so that it's kind of a secret thing of just they're tracking their own behavior, but it is kind of difficult because then their name is on that clip. So if they're having a hard day, everybody is going to know, and that's kind of hard. But then again, everybody's gonna know because they're in class with you and they see you being disrespectful or whatever it is, and they know that's not okay. And at the same time, the teacher is rewarding the students who are making wonderful choices, and they can see the benefit of that. This is really awesome. I want to get there too. So some students respond that way and wanting to move towards that positivity and that praise, but to some kids, it is just defeating. And that's where this is really hard. I chose not to use this system this year just because my class is awesome. I know that's totally wild. This year is that class that all of the veteran teachers talk about, of like the class that gets you through the next 10 years. But really, they are fabulous. And if you are watching and your student is in one of my classes, thank you so much. I love them. Don't get me wrong, I love the troublemakers too, but this class is amazing. Seriously. So this year, I don't really have a behavior management system per se. We do have PBIS with our school, and so we have what we call tornado tickets, and we give them out for positive behavior. You bet I use those puppies all day long, and I love to praise them and reward them with good behavior. I also take away some recess time, and I have my think sheets where they sit and we talk about it and decide what a reasonable action or response to this would be. And I think that's really healthy because you're building relationships and helping them problem solve. And that is the point. That is the point of doing any behavior management system, is to help them see why this isn't working or why this is working and how to solve and reconcile with each other. We just want to help them become wonderful citizens of society. That is our goal. And can this chart help you do that? Maybe. I was gifted this chart my first year teaching by a teacher, and I think it was a really great place to start, especially because I had no idea what I was doing, and it was really nice and helpful for me and for them. But now that I've had a little bit more experience, I feel like I don't need it as much. Some years I might use it, some years I might not. Overall, I just have mixed feelings about this behavior system, most behavior systems, because why can't we all just get along? Really. So that's just my take on this specific behavior management strategy. If you have any input, then please comment down below, because I'm still kind of up in the air about it and how I feel. I definitely see how this can be damaging to students, and I don't want to do that. That is not what I want. I don't want to hurt them. And I can see at times when this is hurtful, and then at that point you definitely need to have a conversation with those students and maybe even their families and say, hey, we need to figure something else out. And that's when you have your own system with that kid. Because if this is really damaging to them, don't keep doing it. That's ridiculous. I feel like you can't use this only. You have to have some sort of love and logic or relationship aspect with them, because at the end of the day, we're just kind of measuring them against each other, and that's not what I want. I want them to see how their behavior affects other people, how it affects our classroom, and if this is a nice visual way, especially for younger children who maybe don't see the strike 1, strike 2, strike 3, then this might actually be helpful for them to see how they are impacting the classroom and impacting people's learning. And so it's really just a toss-up, and I don't know what's best, but there you have it. There's my opinion, and I hope this helps you. Of course, that's always my goal. So if this does, then let me know. If you feel even more confused, I am so sorry. So that is it. Thank you so much for watching and being here and listening to me ramble on about this clip chart. If you're a teacher, or you know of a teacher, or you're student teaching to become a teacher, then subscribe down below. Let your friends know. I put out new videos every single Tuesday that pertain to teaching and teacher life and all sorts of things. I want to help you teachers. So if you know of someone that this is helpful for, then let them know. Let them know. And subscribe. Quick little thing. When I first started watching YouTube and I heard those people saying, subscribe, subscribe, I felt like it was such a commitment. Like, wow, I am committing to this person. I'm gonna subscribe to them forever. And I felt so pressured, and I never subscribed to anybody for a long, long time. And then finally when I did, I realized this is actually kind of awesome, because you don't have to click the bell, although that would be nice if you did, because it lets you know when I put out a new video. But if you don't, it doesn't alert you every single time I post a new video. It will just come up every time you open YouTube. It will say, hey, there's a new video here from Cassie at Learn With Us. And it's kind of nice, because then I don't have to go searching to find the things that I like. It just pops up when you open the app, and that's it. It's really not a big deal. And if you get tired of me or you don't like this kind of stuff, then you can just unsubscribe. People do it all the time, just like you can follow and unfollow people. It's really not a huge commitment. So just clicking subscribe is really not a huge deal, although it is a big deal to me. So please subscribe to my channel. It's right down there, and it is free. Did I mention it's free? So thank you again for watching and being here, and I will see you next Tuesday. Bye.